Hey everyone, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. I'm your host, Mikan.
And I am your host, Ichigo. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Join us this week as we celebrate our 1 year anniversary.
Yay!
Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
So, this week is a little bit of a special something something because we are celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Yes, so we started the Anime Sekai Podcast officially on March 31st last year. And although we're like 2 days ahead, it's okay because we're still celebrating.
Mm-hmm. Close enough. Close enough.
It's been a fun, amazing journey.
It's been I honestly still cannot believe it's 1 year. Where did the time go? I have no idea.
I don't know, but it went back very quickly.
Absolutely. So we're celebrating this 1 year anniversary by answering some of the burning questions you guys have sent to us.
Yes. So we had a few questions come through, which is great. Thank you guys so much. And just jumping right in, the first question we received is from It's NML. Shout out to It's NML. Thank
We love you,
you.
girl.
Appreciate it. And It's NML asks, what inspired you to start the podcast?
Well, for me, it would be Ichigo inspired me to start the
Yeah.
podcast.
I dragged her into this podcast.
Yeah.
So
I
I
feel like
think,
you were thinking about it for a while, and then you kinda just asked me, and I was like, "Yeah, sure," because 'cause I'm 90% down for most things.
yeah. So the reason I wanted to start this podcast is at least where I live, there's not that many spaces where people can kind of just sit and discuss anime with their best friends or just have or even feel like they have somebody that they can talk to about anime. So I actually thought it would be fun to just kind of create a fun, chill, relaxed space where people can just come and discuss their passions for anime, manga, cosplay, Japanese culture, language. I really just wanted it to be I wanted the podcast to either be like a discussion piece among your friends or even just have somebody out there feel like, okay, somebody sees me, like somebody understands the excitement about this particular show or they are frustrated about this particular thing in this show. And it was definitely a fun shot in the dark, to be
Mhm.
honest. But I
It's been a
feel
good
like
fun ride.
yeah, it's definitely been a fun ride, and I honestly feel like it was one of those things where I think the first time I thought about it, I was like, "No, I'm not the type of person to really put myself out there like
Mhm.
that." And that just kept nagging me in the back of my head. So I was like, "Okay, look, we're just gonna go for it." But what better way to go for it than with somebody in your
Who also
corner,
likes
like,
anime.
so
Yeah.
who also likes the same things, but also somebody who's in your corner, like, Mikan and I are polar opposites of each other when
Mhm.
it comes to things that we like in anime,
Yeah.
as you guys can probably already tell with the shows that we
We
watch.
we barely watch the same shows.
We really do, but it's just been so much fun.
It
Like,
has.
even shows that she's forced me to watch, like, I will tell you, if not for this podcast, I honestly don't think I ever would have watched Jujutsu Kaisen.
I know, which is crazy. Honestly, there's a lot of anime, like, I would not have watched either that I started watching because of this podcast and because of Ichigo.
I'm eventually gonna get you on the lovey-dovey romance side. I'm working on it, y'all.
I'm
I don't think
trying,
it's
trying.
helping. I feel like
Well,
you're
right now, I feel like right now though, like I've started to read like a lot more romance books. So maybe, that'll slowly shift back into like manga and then anime.
that I feel like that shift is slow. I need you to move a little bit faster, 'cause with the exception of Attack on Titan and One Piece, I've already started watching Tokyo Ghoul. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, and there was another one that I feel like you gave me. Was it Solo Leveling or something like that? That you
Did you
gave
watch
me
Solo
outside
Leveling?
of the No, not yet, but it's on my
Oh,
list.
oh, see, I got her on the shonen bandwagon.
I was never really off of the shonen bandwagon to begin with, but
Mhm. Listen,
I
I'm gonna
wasn't
tell you
fully
something.
on it either.
I'm gonna tell you something. If you finish Attack on Titan, I will watch anything and everything you ever tell me to watch. But you have to keep your eyes open for everything. You have to watch the whole thing.
Imma hold you to that one day, okay?
One
Maybe
day, one
one
day.
day within this next year, before year 2 of the podcast, I may, y'all don't quote me on this, I may, yeah, with a big MAY, watch Attack on Titan.
We could do that for our 2-year anniversary. Ichigo finally watches Attack on Titan.
Girl, if that's the case, you're gonna have to get me to start watching it right now, 'cause
It'll
that's
be a
gonna be a
1 year
slow
a 1 year
battle.
battle. You'll be like, by the time you finish the last episode, you'll be like, "Oh, man, I don't remember what happened."
Yeah, I surely don't. I will pretty much be like, "Look, I suffered through." No, I'm kidding, but
You're like, "I blocked it out, and it's been too long, so I don't remember 90% of what happened."
yeah. I'm traumatized now because Mikan made me watch Attack on Titan.
You're like, "I can't watch anime for the next year. I'm
Ugh.
so traumatized." You
We'll
might
see.
like it.
Yeah, you never know. I might like it.
Mhm.
Tokyo Ghoul, I still haven't finished, but I'm working on it. I'm almost done. I think I'm in season 2, but I can't remember which episode I left off on.
Okay, if I'm being honest, it's only gonna go downhill from there, but
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Imma need to stop taking recommendations from you, okay? Because when you gave Jujutsu Kaisen as a recommendation, when I finished watching season 1, I had high hopes and I was like, this is gonna be a great show. And
Mhm.
then the Shibuya arc came and just bulldozed all of that completely out of my mind and out of my body. And I was like,
It was heartbreaking, but it was great storytelling, okay?
this, yes, I will give you
It
that.
kept you on your toes.
It
It
kept
just
me on my
hurt.
toes. It was great storytelling. My heart is forever into a gazillion pieces. I'll
But in a
figure
good
out how to
way.
mend it, you know? This is why I watch romance, okay, guys? Because I feel like in romance, even if the couple breaks up, they eventually get back together and then my heart is mended, you know? It's not
Your heart is
as
healed.
many.
While
Yeah, my heart is
watching my
healed.
recommendation, you're like, "My heart is broken, ripped apart." Yeah.
Girl, if something happens in the next season to Inumaki Senpai, I'm I- I'm coming for you. I am coming for you.
It's gonna be a tough ride.
I will make that 12-hour drive. I'm coming for you.
It's okay. I will accept that.
You ain't got no choice but to. But we kind of got off topic, but that is one of
Yeah.
the reasons we started, or I should say, I was inspired to start the podcast. So thanks, Mel. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. So we've gotten a few more questions. The next question comes from the Rose Poll. This is on
Okay.
Instagram. And she says, are we going to any anime cons this year?
That is a good question.
That is a really good question. Where I live, they have a very small anime convention.
Mhm.
like very, very small. I didn't even know my city had an anime convention until last year it popped up on my Facebook and I was like, what in the world is this? Um
It's a
I
high possibility.
Yeah, I would say it is a high possibility. As of right now, if we do go, we don't have any plans to go together because Mikan and I actually live in two different states.
Mhm. Yeah, we're far.
We're far from each other, okay?
Yeah.
And I hate it.
But I feel like if we do go to, like, a major well, you could go to the one close to you, but also I live,
Mhm.
well, I live, like, near New York City, so,
Right.
there's, like, a lot of cons, like, big ones that do happen. So she
Mhm.
might have to come visit me. Ichigo, you have to come visit me.
I will
Pop right up.
definitely come visit you. I would actually really love to go to Anime NYC. That's
Oh,
always
yeah.
been a anime con dream of mine.
Yeah.
Is to go to Anime NYC. I think there's also another one in Atlanta, and one in California. So if I am going to an anime convention, I definitely want to go to the big ones,
Yeah.
but I want to start out at the small ones first, just so I can get mentally prepared before I go to the big ones. Because I feel like if I go
Yeah.
to a big one, I might get overwhelmed with everything that's going on. And I've
I
never been
mean,
to an anime
you've
convention,
oh,
so
yeah. So Ichigo has never been to a con. I've been to 3, but that was, like,
mm,
years ago back in high school when I did cosplay. And I've been to, I think it was SakuraCon? I can't
oh,
remember
that's another one.
the other one, and I've been to Anime NYC, like, before. That one was big. But now, especially now after COVID, so many more. I know these places get packed. It's like sardines in
Yeah.
a little you're, like, packed like sardines. It's ridiculous. So, it'll be probably a new experience for me because it has been a long time since I've gone, and I do feel like there's a bigger crowd and there's just more people and different types of people. So that'll be I think that'll be really, really fun.
Yeah. I love seeing everybody's pictures
Oh,
of
yeah.
like while they're at anime conventions or the after. And it makes me not jealous, but I'm just like, man, I wish I could have gone.
Get, like, a little FOMO, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, that looks like so much fun.
But
But
honestly, like, it's really impressive to see, like, the craftsmanship in real life, like, some of these cosplayers, especially the bigger cons, like, oh man, they're so good. And also a lot of scantily clad, beautiful people, like
love it. Yes. So maybe one of these days
definitely.
you will catch us at an anime convention. I know for a fact if we decide to do an anime convention together, we'll post it on our socials so you guys can
Mhm.
try and come find us.
That'll be fun, like a little scavenger hunt.
Yes, come find us. We won't be dressed as our characters, but you can try and come find us.
Ooh, we should drop hints of, like if we do cosplay or if one of us does, we should drop hints of, like, what we might be and see if people can guess.
Yes. That would be so much fun. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. But I would say between this year and next year, we will definitely try to go together to an anime convention. We're gonna try.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. But thank you so much, the Rose Poll. We really
Thank you, girl.
appreciate it. Thanks for all the love and everything. We truly appreciate it. All right, moving on to the next question. This one came from Good Kid Games,
Oh,
GKG. They are a part of the actual anime podcast. They're awesome. Okay, make sure you guys go follow them. But GKG says, do we plan on expanding in the future to other platforms like YouTube, Twitch, or are we just sticking with podcasting? That's a good
that
question.
that is a good question.
That is a really
I
good
feel like
question.
for now we're still trying to build the podcast, but you never know. You never know. Never say never.
I would agree with that sentiment. Eventually what I would love to do is watch the podcast grow on YouTube.
Mhm.
Um Twitch, I'm still trying to figure out what that is. I kind of know what it is, but I kind of don't. Like I do know what it is, if that makes sense. But I don't know the that's I sound so old saying that, but
Well, Ichigo is an avid game player, so
yeah, I
I'm
am.
surprised that you don't really you're
I
not
don't
up
play
with,
on
like,
Twitch.
Twitch.
No.
But we
This
should, we could
is
try that. Or watch
yeah.
anime on Twitch.
Yeah, I was about to say I know people typically go on Twitch and you can watch anime with other people.
Mhm.
Um so I
And we
think
can
that would
stream that.
definitely be
That would
fun.
be fun.
Yeah. I would say in the future, yes, I would love to watch the podcast expand to other streaming platforms like YouTube and Twitch. For Twitch, I honestly don't know. Like, I know that there are a lot of anime based games. Mikan's not a gamer. I am. And that's probably the first time, maybe first or second time I put that out on this podcast, but I love to play video games. And if anything, I'm an avid player of Assassin's Creed.
Nice.
But Twitch, that's the only thing I thought Twitch was for. It was just for gamers, but I
Mhm.
have seen some people, now that you mention it, stream and watch anime together on like a private stream and things like that.
Mhm.
Um, yes, to answer your question, yes,
Yeah, hopefully in
eventually.
the future, yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Make sure you guys, once again, go follow Good Kid Games. Make sure you go follow them. All right, now our next question comes from this is another fellow podcaster. It's run by two people, Mike and Curtis, and this is Black Heroes. And they asked if we were ever to cosplay, who would we cosplay as?
That's a good question. I feel like you already know. I think you've mentioned this a few times.
I know for a fact I would probably do Sailor Moon, maybe. If anything from Sailor Moon, I would be Sailor Pluto.
Oh, cute.
Just because I can relate to Sailor Pluto a lot more. I feel like not relate like in that sense, but just like besides Sailor Moon, she was one of my favorite senshi
Mhm.
ever. But if I were to ever cosplay, it would definitely have to be one of the characters from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes, same. Same, same.
Like I would love to cosplay as Nobara. I feel like that would be a lot of
Oh
fun
my god, yeah,
because she's so
Nobara's
sassy.
fun. Mhm. And I feel like
Well,
the outfits are pretty simple too, you know what I mean?
right. I would honestly do some of the female characters from Jujutsu Kaisen or Sailor Pluto or Kikyo.
Oh, Kikyo, that would be nice. That would be actually really nice.
I did try at one point in time to do Kikyo a long time ago when I was like a kid. It didn't work out. I was mad at myself because my hair wasn't as long as hers. I was like, I gotta grow my hair out longer so my hair can be just like hers and then I can do a better cosplay.
You can get a
I
wig, it's okay.
Yeah, girl, I had unrealistic expectations as a kid. Real unrealistic expectations.
Understandable. I personally so I've actually cosplayed as Hatsune Miku. Oh, not Hatsune
Kawaii.
Miku, sorry. I don't know where that came from.
I
Not
was about to
Hatsune
say
Miku.
that's out of pocket for you, but that's
Haruhi
still cute.
Suzumiya. Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh, from Orang.
No, 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 no.
Oh, Haruhi Suzumi.
Yep.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know why I pictured Haruhi.
Yeah, Haruhi Suzumiya. Um, we tried my friends and I, so it was 3 of us. My friends and I tried to make the schoolgirl outfits. Um, we semi-finished barely, and then we kinda gave up, and then one of my friend's moms, she's like a seamstress, and she's really good. So she ended up making like, finishing it all, basically doing 90% of the work for us, because us middle schoolers/high schoolers could not sew that well. It was too much
Mm.
work, but I did Haruhi, and then also I was, Light from Death Note. Yep.
Yeah, I can see that.
That was when I had the Justin Bieber haircut before
Yeah.
Justin Bieber was a thing. Mhm.
I
Back
think
then, it
when
was
I'm
called the Zac Efron cut.
yeah, the Zac Efron.
That High School Musical cut he had that all the dudes had at one point, you know? But
Yeah,
if I was going to do, like, cosplay, I would like to do gojo.
that would be cute.
Um, I just like to I prefer to cosplay as a dude.
Mhm.
Nobara would be fun too. Or someone from I feel like Demon Slayer has a lot of cool outfits. I kinda like their outfits, but I feel like that's a lot of work, you
I
know?
would be hot.
Mhm.
That's the only reason I'm, like, hesitant to do Demon Slayers because there's so many layers to their cosplay costumes
Yeah.
that I'm like, "Nope." When I did, I did a made version of Muzan for Halloween a few years back.
Oh.
It was cold outside, but I was burning up because there were so many layers to my cosplay, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot
Yeah.
do this."
Honestly, the school outfits are you know who else I would like to do? Todoroki Shoto from, My Hero Academia. I just love
Oh,
the hair, like, the half hair,
half red, half what is it, white? Half red, half
white.
white?
Yeah.
That would be pretty. We're gonna have to do a couple of these cosplays and then go to these conventions, cause
Yeah, but that's a lot of it. Listen, I'm kinda crafty, but like, when it comes to sewing, it just takes so long, man. It just takes so long.
yeah, I get it. I'm not sewing none of my stuff. Imma order it. Yeah, I'm just gonna pay for the cosplay
Nah,
and,
you
just
gotta
put it
go
on.
through the experience. You gotta
No.
build it and make it.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am. I will build it and make it from several different parts from several different websites that I purchased the items from. That's what I'm gonna have to do because I am not
Sounds good.
sewing nothing. Because I know for a fact that if I start sewing a costume and it doesn't turn out the way that I want it to, I'm gonna be upset, and then I'm still gonna have to spend money anyway to buy
Mhm.
what I want it to look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Nope, absolutely not. So thanks, Black Heroes. We really appreciate that. Make sure you guys go follow them. They are on YouTube.
Follow
They have their
them.
podcasts on YouTube. Go check them out. Thank you guys. And our final question actually came from Spotify.
Mm.
Thank you. And the question is, what anime have you watched that you wouldn't recommend to others and why? So would not recommend to others and why?
Oh my god, I have one. I have one.
Which one is it?
So on my Mal list, there is just one anime that I have dropped. Just a single one. Surprisingly, that means I watched literally everything else. Wow, that's crazy. Terraformers. Oh my god,
Terraformers.
that is oh my god. Y'all gotta Google that. Oh, it's horrible. Anyway, it's basically about like how these humanity tries to like colonize Mars, but by sending like these two species to endure like the environment. I think
Mhm.
it was cockroaches and something else. But then
Okay.
these cockroaches like somehow adapted and then became, I don't know, these monsters or something. And I forgot the reason why, but humans tried to go to Mars to basically, like, I guess, start civilization there.
Mhm.
But then they have to face these cockroaches that are like have powers and like are strong. It is ridiculous. And the humans wear these weird, like Gundam-ish weird things that transforms them into cockroaches as well, or bugs. And it mm-mm. Y'all, honestly, if you wanna laugh and if you just wanna watch something absolutely bizarre, I highly recommend it, but it's pretty gory, and it's, I think, in a
Mm.
horror genre. It's absolutely bizarre and horrible.
And it's called Terraformers? Yeah, that don't sound like something
Yes.
I feel like I've heard of it, but that sounds like something that I would definitely not
You would
watch,
never
so
watch this. No, you
I'm
would
not
not.
worried
It is
about
literally horror, gore, suspense. No, you would not watch it.
it. For me, I actually have a hard time determining what anime that I would not recommend to people. But the number one anime that comes to my mind is Housing Complex C.
Oh,
And that is
yeah.
considered a horror anime. We did a review on it for our Freaky Fridays last year. And the reason I wouldn't recommend that anime for me personally is because of the story pacing. The show itself is only 4 episodes. The animation
Yeah.
quality is really good, but the storyline fell very short. It was slow the first 3 episodes, or
Mhm.
I'll say 2.5, because by the time you get to episode the half of excuse me, by the time you get to the half mark of episode 3, things start to pick up, and it's like a quick pickup to the point where you're like, "What in the world just happened? What did I just watch, and why did it feel so rushed?" That is the only anime that I am like, I cannot believe I just sat here and watched it.
Mhm.
And I watched it twice because we had to do a review on it, and I just
You watched it twice?
I watched it twice because I didn't understand what was happening, and
Oh,
I was really
snap.
like, "What in the world is this?"
Yeah, it really was confusing.
I mean, it was short enough to where I could watch it twice. It's only 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But even still,
But
I feel like if the show itself was a full season of 12 episodes, then the pacing would have made sense.
yeah, it had potential. I think it was just their budget and everything was probably limited, and they had to just cram everything, so it made no sense.
I don't know, but the last 2 episodes, I was really like, "What in the world? What is
Mhm.
going on? This doesn't explain this. Well, if this is the case, then why did this happen in episode 2?"
Oh, yeah. It
And
made no sense.
it felt like more of like a cluttered mess for me. And
Yeah,
I know we reviewed
absolutely.
it and I put it out there, but that's probably one of the very few, and I mean very, very few, anime that I was just like, "Nah, bro, I'm not dealing with this." Like, I can't recommend this to anybody because I always try to at least recommend something. And then when I
Mhm.
recommend an anime, I'm always like, "Look, this is my taste. I enjoyed it." Even if I didn't fully enjoy it, a show, I will still recommend it if the storyline itself is good and it makes sense,
Yeah.
because maybe that person might enjoy it.
No, I
So,
get you.
that was the one show I was like, "Nope, can't do it. I ain't doing this."
Well, if you've seen Terraformers, that would be on your list. You would be right there with me right now. Be like, "No.
Well,
What
now that
is
you done
this?"
mentioned it, I ain't watching it. Ain't no sense in me watching it just to diss it. If you dropped
Yeah,
it, ain't
I
no sense
know.
in me watching it.
I love how it's just, like, the one dropped show I have out of all yeah, out of all my lists, that's the one single one that I have dropped. It's crazy. It's that bad.
Yeah, it's I mean, there are a few other anime that I've at least watched straight from, like, start to finish that I would recommend before I would recommend, even if I didn't fully like the anime itself,
Yeah.
I would recommend those before I recommend Housing Complex C.
Mhm. I
Sorry.
agree. It
Yeah.
was yeah, it was meh.
Yeah. So, thank you guys to everybody who sent in your congratulations. We've gotten a few of
Mhm.
those from
Thank you,
Instagram.
guys.
And even those who have sent your likes and everything, we truly, truly, truly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so
We
much for all the
appreciate the
love.
support, the love, everything. You guys truly are amazing and
Amazing.
awesome.
And you keep us going, like, truly.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for all the love, truly, truly, truly.
right.
And I actually have one more question. This is
Oh,
from me.
This
Personally,
this is from you. Okay.
mhm,
Okay.
my question is, what was your favorite episode to, I guess, record?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because I feel like I have several.
Okay, what are the several?
I know our episode on anime crushes,
Mhm,
our very first episode on anime crushes. That was fun to make. I guess I can put this out there. So Mikan and I, we record together, but I am the one who edits everything. So I
mhm.
listen to all of our episodes multiple times before I put it out there to you guys. And even after recording our Anime Crush episode and listening to it and editing it, I felt like that episode for me was like one of the episodes where I felt like I could be myself
Yeah.
on there. And I wasn't really worried or concerned, like, oh, are people gonna like it? Oh, I hope people don't take what I said this way and things like that. Cause that is a struggle, if I'm being 100% honest. That is a struggle when it comes to recording these episodes and editing these episodes. There are so many things that I take out
Mhm.
that I think would have sounded fine or would have been funny, that I'm like, "Oh, I feel like people aren't gonna get it," or "It was funny to me, but maybe not everybody else is gonna get it, and so I take it out." I'm sure all of our fellow podcast group buddies and content creators can get that, they can understand that. But I wanna say that was probably one of the first episodes that I felt like I did not have to take out a whole lot.
Mhm.
And it was just genuinely, like, even when I listen to it now, I just feel like you and I are literally just sitting in a room talking about these hot anime guys that we just
Yeah.
absolutely love and adore. It was that one, and then our more recent one when we came back from our little break from winter was Jujutsu Kaisen update.
Okay.
That was fun.
That was fun.
It was fun and it was hilarious. And I feel like the only thing that, quite honestly, I wanted to add more to for that episode is my
Mhm.
hate towards Mahito. I took out a lot that y'all
Uh-huh.
didn't hear
Yeah.
because it was a lot.
Shoulda kept it in, shoulda kept
I
it.
should have kept it in. I should have kept it in, but Lord have mercy. Like, I'm telling you, if I ever saw Mahito on the street, he didn't have no powers, it's on sight. But those, I feel like, for me personally, are my top two. They were the most fun.
Okay.
They were the most fun. What about you?
I agree. I actually like the I love talking about I liked all the villains episodes. For
Mm,
I think we had one anime villains, like we talked about basic anime villains,
mhm.
and then we also went into, like, our anime villain crushes, which was a lot of fun, and, of course, like, talking about, all
Yes.
the hot anime guys, those are always fun, I think. But we actually did a recent one a few weeks
Mhm.
back, and it was our villain origin stories. I actually really
Yes.
had a lot of fun on that one
I
because
did
I
have a
just
lot of
love to
fun.
hear the differences in our personalities.
Yes. I actually yeah, that one is another one that I had a lot of fun
I was like, "Man, we really are
making.
different."
We are, which is hilarious.
Mhm.
Like, absolutely hilarious. And it makes sense, like, I think when it comes to editing the podcast and, like, even just us recording on a podcast, hearing our difference of opinion and how almost, like, not almost polar opposites, we are pretty polar opposite when it comes to
Mhm.
certain things,
It is.
but,
We are.
like, hearing, both of us be almost completely polar opposite and then our ideas come together as, like, one,
Yeah.
is just it just, I don't know how to even explain it and put it into words. It's just so warming and fulfilling, and it just
It's so
always
cute to see.
reminds me how
Mhm.
a lot closer we are, because I know that there have been times where you're like, okay, I'm gonna say this. I know for a fact she's not gonna agree. And vice versa. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
I know I have this opinion and Mikan's gonna be the complete polar opposite, but
Yeah.
it's gonna work. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna work. Especially with the our villain origin stories episode, because before
We were
I
the
even
total
went in, we
total
were
opposite.
total opposites. Before I went into that episode, before we started recording, I literally had this thought that I was like, this girl gonna be some crazy. She gonna give me something crazy.
What?
Like she's just gonna be pure evil for no reason. And then when you came out, you're like, yeah, like nobody caused me to be evil. I'm just evil. I was like, yep, I
I'm just
knew it.
gonna be evil just 'cause.
I was like, I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Well, you knew it, yeah. But it was so funny, like, to see just how we would even plan certain things and what
Mm-hmm.
powers we chose were, like, just completely different, and I just
Completely
love
different.
that. I thought that was hilarious.
It's been such a fun and wild ride.
It has, and it's always fun to do, like, things with your friends, you know?
Mm-hmm. No matter how far apart we are, like we said earlier in the episode, Mikan and I are states apart, driving
Mhm.
distance at least 12 hours apart.
Yep.
And we don't really get to see each other face to face during the year. So this is really like our time just to sit
Be
down and chill
together.
and be
Mhm.
together, be
Talk
silly, have
about things we
fun.
love, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, this girl, I'm just so appreciative and blessed to have you in my life. It's not even a
Me
joke.
too. Aw.
It
Oh
is
my god, we're
not
gonna
even
get
a joke.
mushy here.
Let's not
But
get too
yeah,
mushy, okay?
let's not get too mushy. But you guys, thank you so, so much for all your support and for the people who, like, sent in the questions. Thank you guys so much. It's honestly always so heartwarming to see,
Mhm,
um, people, like, interacting with us and
mhm.
liking, sharing things, like, it's absolutely wonderful and amazing, and we're so
Yes.
grateful for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And everyone listening, please go and follow and give some love to all the people that we mentioned. They're amazing. And of course, as always, oh, we do our regular, um, just a little note, we will be taking some time off, a little vacation on the next few Fridays. We have 4 or
Yes.
5 off as well as 4/12. And well, Ichigo's gonna be going and living it up.
I'm outta
But
here, guys. No, I'm kidding.
she needs a little break. You know, we all need a little break. So
Yeah.
we're going a little, a little vacay. And we
Yes.
will be back though on the 19th of April. So
With a
stay
very
tuned.
special episode, guys. I'm not gonna
Yes.
give too much out, but you just
Mhm.
stay tuned. It'll be very
Stay
special.
tuned. So just a little note, but we will be back. And as always, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anime Sekai Podcast. And tune in on April 19th. Bye, guys. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. We truly appreciate each and every single one of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Catch you guys April 19th.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Bye.